Would it be wrong to play a mandolin like a violin? Yeah, I think so. All right, day 10 of our 30-day music writing challenge is here, and the desert vibes are back. So, yeah, 30 Thoughts Till Dawn, track 10. This town is a city, it's brimming with life. Okay, so I'm going to skip a lot of intro stuff. We're going to get to this one pretty quick. This has a similar sound to some of the earlier tracks in the album, intentionally. Our lone man person who found himself in the cave, woke up through the desert, all that, picked up by the people who were native to the land, which he thought were nomads, but they're not, brought him into the city, and this is him coming into the city. There's a few elements real quick to highlight, and I'll tell you why I'm highlighting them after we listen. But this track has a bunch of, not a bunch, it has three solos in it, or highlights. It highlights three different instruments: guitar, ukulele, and mandolin. So the three stringed instruments that have been incorporated into this whole thing. Hence the reason I had the ukulele, or excuse me, the mandolin in the beginning of the video. But whatever. So it highlights each of those individually. Oh, and bass as well. It does highlight bass as well. So at the end. But I there's a reason for that, and we'll just get into that. I'll be quiet now. Let's flip over. Here we go. Let's listen. Boom. Track 10. This town is a city, it's brimming with life. That's track 10. So, I told you I was going to explain the solos. And so I guess we can just start with that. But let me I always play with my mustache on camera. My bad. So I'm going to call myself out on it. Okay, I want to start by explaining the solos. And the reason for those is, as this character is coming into town, I want it to be like they were noticing different types of people. So maybe like a merchant or maybe a kid playing or all these different things. And so like emphasis on the different strings and the instruments used in this. I used all the strings at my disposal. I used my guitar, ukulele, mandolin, and so they were all incorporated into this. That was the bulk of this song bass. And then of course my cajon box drum was the main rhythm throughout it. And so it's just kind of a compilation. I wanted it to feel similar, but I wanted it to have more of an upbeat vibe. And I really wanted to highlight some of those instruments as we move into this. I mean, we're a third of the way through this challenge now. So I wanted to emphasize each of the instruments that got us here and these different personalities, as well as make it sound as if it was emphasis on different people or different observations as they pull into this small city, really, in the desert on the ocean. And so, that being said, I wanted to go ahead and quickly say this. I don't know if anyone has noticed this or not, and if you haven't, that's cool. I don't expect you to, but I feel like I should just say it for clarification. Over here on this screen, why did you bring up that other screen? Close this screen right here. The reason I am just using a single track versus showing you the whole breakdown of everything that is going on, like my actual edited track, is because I use Logic to export or to route this audio out into OBS how I'm recording right now. So I have to have it open in an instance of this running. And it also just bogs my laptop down having, 10 different tracks running all the time. But anyway, that's pretty much the gist of this one. It is kind of a bit of a closing chapter, and tomorrow's song sounds very different. It is very, almost reminds me of track, what was it, 5 and track two, no, track one and track 5. So I mean, maybe there's some kind of pattern there, not intentional. But track 11 is going to have a very moody sound, and it's going to kind of act as like an interlude into this next phase of the journey. So, with that being said, if you would so kindly go down there and click that subscribe button, that way you can stay up to date to when these videos come out and all that stuff. Thanks for your support. Also, if you haven't done so far, go follow me on my other social media accounts. We will see you guys tomorrow on day 11.